Hey, I'm Jason Parkin, LPL Registered Sales Assistant here at Compass Financial Services in West Des Moines. I'm joined by Caleb Pearson. He's an advisor here. He's one of the owners. We've talked about a couple of topics as relating to the economy lately, but we want to talk about specifically where we've been this year. We've been through a recession officially in the United States, and talk about what that means. What is a recession?
Yeah, so we've had a recession in the stock market, but also in the economy. So a recession is defined as multiple months of a decline in economic activity, usually measured by GDP, and how that is, there are a lot of different factors that go into GDP, but we've definitely seen that, right?
Right.
And so this recession, they're saying peak to trough, it's an annualized decline of about 10%.
That's big.
That is big. So that's top three of, since they've been measuring it. So, and it was the quickest one as well. So it was very severe and very quick. We saw that in the first half of this year. And so comparing that to the financial crisis back in 2008, 2009, it's about 3 times as big of a decline.
So when all this was happening back in May, you're reading all these stories and people are trying to predict, well, it's going to be a V-shaped recovery. It's going to come back up. It's going to be a U-shaped recovery. So what has happened since May?
Yeah, so we've definitely seen a bounce. One of the economists that I follow doesn't think it's going to be a V-shape necessarily, or even a U-shape. It's going to be more of a we saw the decline, and then there's a bounce, and then there's going to be a crawl, and eventually a surge. And so right now I think we've seen a majority of that bounce. About half of the people that lost their jobs are back at work, which is great. We're starting to see more economic activity. People are traveling more, but there's still a fear out there, and most of it's related to the coronavirus and everything. So the economists that I follow, and my thoughts as well, are once a vaccine comes out, then things will kind of surge and get back to where they were at the end of 2019. But between now and then, we're going to be kind of at a crawl, and we'll still see some growth, and things will start opening back up again more and more. But that surge will come, once that vaccine comes out.
And of course, predicting the market and the economy, the future of that is difficult at the easy end and kind of silly at the hard end. So we don't know for sure, but that certainly seems to be the way it is, and that a vaccine, when that comes, will eventually, maybe life will get back to normal in the way it was. And until it does that, things are kind of hindered, right?
Right, yeah. It eases the fear once that vaccine comes out, and people will get maybe more comfortable doing what they're used to doing back in 2019.
So big picture-wise, at the end of October, we're going to be doing an economic outlook here, and like a lot of things this year, it's going to be something you can watch from your office or home, a Zoom activity. Tell people what they can expect during that.
Yeah, so we did one at the beginning of this year. We'll do another one October 29th, so the last Thursday of this month over the lunch hour, and it'll be a webinar. We'll cover the state of the economy with more details. We'll cover where the stock market's at, the bond market, and also the election that's coming up in November. So that's obviously a big topic as well.
Right. And again, we always bring things back to what does this mean to you and your investments and your money. And so if you have concerns about that, we do a free session here at Compass, and we can sit down. I know a lot of folks this year do have concerns about these issues. You can find out more information by going to compassiowa.com, and our number here, if you'd like to call us, 515-327-1020.